maritime helicopter, the Sikorsky CH-148 Cyclone. Today is Captain Alex Chetwin. He is the pilot in command. He's from St. Albert, Alberta. He's a former Sea King pilot and part of the Vanguard team. The initial cadre trained on the new CH-148 Cyclone. His co-pilot today is Captain Brandon Phil from Victorville, Alberta. He's part of the Cyclone fleet, ab initio cadre. He's thrilled to be returning to his hometown air show here in Cold Lake. And as the Cyclone pirouettes down the shoreline, I'd like to introduce the tactical officer. That is Captain John Jacob out of Maple Ridge, British Columbia. He had a ground deployment with Air Task Force Iraq before converting to the Cyclone air crew. Also on board is Master Corporal Sean Lethian, sensor operator. He's from Halifax, Nova Scotia. He was a former Navy diver before transferring to the maritime helicopter fleet. Each member of this crew has recently returned from overseas deployments supporting Royal Canadian Navy operations. While preparing for their next deployment, this seasoned crew will support domestic Navy and Army operations, showcase the Cyclone at public outreach events, and mentor the next generation of CH-148 aircrew heading overseas. The Cyclone detachment deploys with 22 members aboard a Royal Canadian Navy frigate. 8 aviators divided into 2 flying crews of 2 pilots, 1 tactical officer, and 1 sensor operator. Traditionally employed to conduct anti-submarine warfare, the CH-148 Cyclone is also called upon to perform surface surveillance, utility operations, search and rescue, drug interdiction, and anything else the Canadian government may call upon the helicopter and her crew to perform. Today's helicopter and crew are visiting us from Patricia Bay, British Columbia. That's on Vancouver Island. Folks, you can see our CH-148 Cyclone is in a hover right here at Show Center, and just in a couple of seconds here, you're going to see Captain John Jacob attach himself to the hoist of the helicopter, and they're going to hoist him down towards the ground to give you a little look at the search and rescue profile of the CH-148 Cyclone. Internationally, the CH-148 has been involved in multiple deployments with NATO, around Europe, and deployments throughout the Pacific in support of the UN and other organizations. The CH-148 has also participated in international exercises such as RCAF, Joint Warrior, and Trident Junction. Also provided support in Newfoundland during the 2020 snowstorm, and Atlantis during the 2021 floods in British Columbia, as well as continuous support for disaster relief. There you see John Jacob being hoisted back into the Cyclone. Give him a During some of these passes, you probably have noticed a lot of instruments hanging off the aircraft. The CH-148 Cyclone has several powerful sensors. And again, look closely as the helicopter comes back and does these turns here at show center to show you the underside where the camera, radar, radio antennas, and cargo hook are mounted. The camera at the front allows the crew to see long distances day or night, while the radar, mounted in a large gray dome, can detect objects at great distances. A lot of the instruments on this aircraft are top secret, folks. I was talking to John Jacobs and I was asking some questions and he said I could tell you, but then I'd have to take you all back. And you know what? Here comes our Cyclone, this time from the right, giving us a high-speed pass. The CH-148 Cyclone operates off of the Royal Canadian Navy frigates, taking off and landing in an area not much larger than the helicopter itself, day or night, and sometimes in rough seas. The helicopter can be equipped with 2 torpedoes, a machine gun mounted at the cabin door, and has several self-defense measures, including a radar warning receiver, missile warning system, and chaff and flare dispensers. Important to the crew, this helicopter is also equipped with air conditioning. As the Cyclone touches down, let's give him a great big round of applause for doing an incredible demonstration in Canada's newest helicopter, the CH-148 Cyclone helicopter. Now folks, this was parked out in the performer parking area, and like the C-130J Hercules, we're going to taxi that Sikorsky Cyclone to the spectator area. Now, when they do that, they're obviously going to shut it down before they bring it into the crowd area. We just invite you to make sure that you keep your head on a swivel as they tow the aircraft into position, and then you'll be able to get a good look at your new helicopter. There's Jacobs, I believe, in the cargo door. Give them a wave there, folks, and let them know how much you appreciate the performance. Why not? Wave your hats, wave your hands, wave your 3-year-old, wave your grandma. They can see you. Okay, put grandma down now.